Alrighty, let's continue on our March Madness coverage. Let's update this bracket here. Let's see how many people. Oh yeah, save my picks. Definitely do that. Alrighty, so let's see what. Let's get this refreshed. See how many people are now in our pool. As we said, we are hosting a challenge on bracketchallenge.ncaa.com. The links are in the description of the video, the podcast, however you're watching. They're also on my social medias, Twitter and Facebook, Takes by Fans. So you can go and look there and sign up. And the winner gets to come on the show. So we do have two new additions here. Go Rutgers and HGMF6FHKS4MN. Absolutely great name. So we got some competitors up here trying to dethrone the king. Alrighty. Interesting moves, folks. Trying to dethrone the king here. So, alrighty, let's go to our bracket. We just broke down the West yesterday on the show. We created our own algorithm to kind of help us pick some picks because, like, most people that are in March Madness right now, we have not watched a lick of college basketball. So, let's just kind of quickly break down or just kind of recap what we did yesterday. We got Gonzaga going all the way. We love their scoring output. They're putting up so many points, and their defense is actually kind of holding teams to not a lot of points as well. So that was kind of the two biggest kind of factors that we saw as we were picking Gonzaga consistently all the way down to the Final Four. Just their scoring output is better than all these other teams here in the West. So we do like Gonzaga here to come out of the West. Now, we did predict some upsets here. We got UCSB upset over Creighton, a 12 seed beating a 5 seed. And then we also have Ohio, number 13, upsetting Virginia, number 4. We loved what Ohio did. We know they're in a kind of a lesser conference, but still their offensive production was still good enough to give us confidence to have that upset. So we ended up having a 12-13 going against each other in the second round, which is kind of absolutely absurd. But we're believing in our own algorithm. We're believing in our takes. So that's what we got there in the West. So now today, let's head over to the south side of the bracket. Let's run these matchups again, run the algorithm, look for any other kind of key players or pieces to kind of make up our judgment. So here we go. We got our algorithm still plugged in here. We're taking kind of 3-point percentage, fast break points, field goal percentage, opponents' points per game, points in the paint, points per game, steals per game, rebound margin, offensive rebound per game, adjusted performance, defense efficiency, offense efficiency, second chance points, true shooting percentage, and assist to turnover ratio. We've weighed them different percentages, either low, medium, or high, and that's kind of what our algorithm that we're working with here and what's important to us in basketball games on what we like to see from the teams that we like to root for and the most successful teams. That's kind of where we put the most priorities in all those categories. Alrighty, so let's start talking about the South now. Here we go. 1-16, Baylor and Hartford. Let's see. Let's put them into our generator here and see what comes out. So here we go. Baylor and Hartford. Alrighty. Oh, not even close here. Baylor, a 64.9 out of 100 in our algorithm, and Hartford, 21.3 out of 100. So really not even close. Look at that. Baylor, 41% three-point percentage. That's the highest we've seen. We just went through 16 teams in the West, and nobody was even close to 41. Holy cow. At least I don't remember. So that's absolutely fantastic. Field goal percentage is at 49%. Holy cow. Great. Opponents' points per game for Baylor, they're holding teams to 66 points. Hartford's holding them to 63 points, so that's good for Hartford. But the points per game, that's where it differs, folks. Baylor's putting up 84 points a game, where Hartford's only putting up 65 points a game. And look at that. They're basically only winning by 2 points every single game. Hartford's giving up 63 points a game, but they're only scoring 65 points a game. So that's a very narrow victory for all their games. So absolutely, we're taking Baylor 1,000%. No chance at a 16 seed upsetting a 1 seed here. Baylor, yes, sir. 100%. Love that. Alrighty. Hartford, oh my goodness, they're barely winning games. What are we nuts? Cannot even think of choosing Hartford there. They're not even winning games, folks. Whew, barely. Alrighty, so Baylor gets the win over Hartford. Alrighty, then let's go to 8-9, Wisconsin and UNC. Should be a good one. So let's get them in here. UNC. Where are they going to put UNC? We know they're kind of wonky. All right, here it is. North Carolina. Not even UNC. Alrighty. Lucky we know that, what that stood for. What that stood for. All right, then we get Wisconsin. And whoa, Wisconsin's trying to kind of trash in that algorithm. UNC's at 42.6 out of 100, and Wisconsin's only at 24.7. Barely better than Hartford, honestly. So, alrighty. Let's see what we get here. 3-point shooting. UNC cannot shoot the three. Holy cow. They're only at 31% from three. That's trash. Where Wisconsin's at 36%. All right. All right. Total field goal percentage, 44% for UNC and 42% for Wisconsin. So decently close there. Opponents' points per game. Wisconsin's holding you to 64, where UNC is holding you to 69. So Wisconsin's got it there. Then points per game. UNC is putting up 75, and Wisconsin's only putting up 69. Alrighty, so kind of close there, but UNC is putting up better offensive performance here. And look at this, points in the paint. Oh, God. UNC, 35 points in the paint per game, where Wisconsin's only at 25. So UNC must have a great beef down low. Fantastic for them. All right, rebound margin. Once again, holy cow, UNC 11.2, where Wisconsin's minus 1.8. So once again, UNC's got great bigs. They must. Great points in the paint, great rebound margin. Offensive rebounds a game, 14. Wisconsin's only at 6.7, folks. Alrighty, true shooting percentage, very, very similar, 52.2% for UNC and 53.4% for Wisconsin. So I was kind of closely considering Wisconsin at the front, just kind of based on the three-point shooting and defensive kind of performance of opponents' points per game. But everything else, the bigs of UNC, so let's just kind of double check and kind of make sure that UNC does have good bigs compared to Wisconsin, because I think we are ready to solidify North Carolina here. So let's go to our website that we do like, basketball.realgm.com. We get great stats. We get their starting lineup. It's fantastic. All right, so here we go. The Tar Heels. See what their bigs are doing. Here we go. Their guards are putting up 12 points and 3 assists a game, 8 points and 1 assist a game. Then their bigs, 17 points and 10 rebounds, fantastic. And then 8 points and 5 rebounds for their center. So their bigs, their power forward, their point guard are good. Now let's quickly, can we find Wisconsin very quickly? Alrighty, Wisconsin's players. Their guards, 14 points a game, 4 assists, 11 points a game, 3 assists. Their bigs, their forward, power forward, 8 points and 3 rebounds, and their center, 6 points and 2 rebounds. So yes, sir, absolutely, we're taking North Carolina all day. Their bigs are better, yes, sir. So UNC over Wisconsin. The algorithm proving so, and the depth chart also proving so for North Carolina. So no upset there by the 9th seed. Alrighty, now let's go to Villanova and Winthrop College. I know somebody that went to Winthrop College. Shout out Corey at Winthrop. So let's see here. All right, here we go. Villanova. 5 seed versus 12 seed. We already had a 12 seed upset the 5 seed in our West. Let's see if that still happens here in the South. So Villanova and Winthrop. Whoa! Upset alerts potential. So here we go. Villanova 37.5 points out of 100, and Winthrop College 52.6 out of 100. So it's a clear favor here from our algorithm that Winthrop's going to have an upset, but let's see the stats. So here we go. 3-point percentage is both tied at 35%. Field goal percentage overall, Winthrop's got it a little bit, 46%. Villanova's only at 45% of total field goal percentage. All right, opponent's points per game. Winthrop's holding you to 66, while Villanova's only holding you to 67. Points per game, Villanova's at 75, Winthrop's at 79. Rebound margin, Winthrop's at 10, Villanova's only at 1.5. Adjusted performance is at Winthrop's advantage at 0.44, where Villanova's at 0.39, and a higher number is better there. Defensive efficiency, Winthrop's get it. Smaller number is better here, 83, where Villanova's at 92. Offensive efficiency, though, Villanova's got it at 104, and Winthrop's only at 99. True shooting percentage, both at 56%. Wow. All righty. And I think we got to go to the depth chart on this one to kind of make our final announcement here. But here we go. Villanova, their guards, 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 8 points a game, barely 1 assist. And then for their bigs, 13 points and 6 rebounds and 15 points and 11 rebounds by their center. All righty. That's great. Now let's check out Winthrop. Damn. Could we get another 12-5 upset? That'd be insane. So here we go. Winthrop, however it's pronounced. Alrighty, their guards. 6 points a game. 1 assist. Wow, their shooting guard's great. 20 points a game. Only 2 assists, a couple of that with, though. And then for their forwards, their bigs, 8 points and 5 rebounds and 15 points and 7 rebounds. Ugh. Alrighty, this is tough, man. Woof. Our algorithm is saying clear Winthrop, but man, oh man, that 20... Villanova, they're big. I kind of like their bigs a little bit more, but man, Winthrop's shooting guard at 20 points a game. Or hang on, what did we just say? Something must have happened. Did I look at the wrong one or something? Yeah, that was Winthrop from last year. Oh, okay. Hang on. We got it from this year. 5 points a game, barely an assist. 7 points a game and barely an assist for their 2 guards. And then for their 2 bigs, 10 points and 8 rebounds and 13 points and 4 rebounds. Alrighty, so I know the algorithm is telling us to take Winthrop here, but it is still kind of close here and kind of the ones that we kind of focus heavy on. The one thing that is kind of getting me is their points per game. Winthrop's putting up 4 more points a game. Man, this is tough. The history of Villanova, though, I think is going to carry them a little bit better. Oh, this is killing me. – 12-7, man. Do we believe in 12-7 from their forward? Oof. Well, you know what? We got to go with our algorithm, right? Got to give it up to that. So we're going to go with Winthrop with the upset over Villanova. 12 upsetting another 5 here. Alrighty. We're calling it here first, folks. Watch out. Villanova upset first round. Alrighty, let's see if we can get another 13 upsetting on number 4 here. I don't even know what this one is. UNT versus Purdue, so let's get them plugged in. Purdue, and then I don't even know how to find this one. UNT. They're not under the U's. Classic. Why would they be there? UNT. Yikes. Alrighty, well, we're gonna have to Google that one because I don't even know what that school is. Northern Texas Mean Green. Alrighty. Northern Texas. North Texas, right there. All right. Oh, and the algorithm once again predicts the 13 seed beating the 4 seed. Dang it. Dang it. Obviously, you know, these are possibilities, but to have 2 upsets, both 12 upsetting the 5 and then the 13 upsetting the 4 in both the West and the South, now we're just talking crazy, right? But hey, it's our algorithm, so here we go. 3-point percentage shooting is better for North Texas, hitting 37%. Purdue's only hitting 33%. Field goal percentage is better for North Texas, 47%. Purdue's only got 45%. Opponents' points per game, North Texas holding you to 61. Purdue giving up 66. Points per game, 71 for Purdue, 69 for North Texas, though. All right, rebound margin. Ooh, Purdue's got it, 5.9, where North Texas is only at 2.9. Adjusted performances here. Purdue has it at 0.36 and North Texas is only at 0.33, and that's kind of big because, you know, we know North Texas is in a worser conference than Purdue, obviously. That's why we've heard of one and haven't heard of the other. Alrighty, offensive efficiency goes to North Texas a little bit, 98.7, where Purdue has 97.6. And then the defensive efficiency goes to North Texas as well, 86.4, where Purdue is at 90.9. And a smaller number is better there. Alrighty, and then the final one, true shooting percentage is at 55 for Purdue and 57% for North Texas. So North Texas is really kind of winning in each category. It is a little close, though. Purdue is kind of very close of all these other kind of stats that North Texas has. And I think the one thing that we see here that is kind of giving us a little pause of taking North Texas is kind of the adjusted performance. Obviously, you know, Purdue's in a better kind of, you know, division, so they're facing better opponents. So, you know, less scoring, you know, giving up a little bit more points a game is, you know, normal and expected. So even though our algorithm is telling us to take North Texas, it is still a little close here by Purdue. And that adjusted performance, I think, is going to tell us to take Purdue. So we are going to go in and lock in Purdue over North Texas. Alrighty, now we're going to Texas Tech versus Utah State. Let's get them plugged in. It is the, what matchup is this? 6-11? 6-11. Alrighty, Texas Tech, Utah State. And why would Utah be underused? I do not get what they're, oh, it's right here. All right. Oh, it is underused. All right. Here we go. All righty. And another upset potential here. Utah State better points. Texas Tech is only rated 37.6 out of 100, where Utah State is 45.3 out of 100. Alrighty, the three-point shooting goes to Texas Tech with 34%. Utah State has 33%. Field goal percentage is both at 44%. Opponents' points per game, Texas Tech giving up 63. And Utah giving up 62, so very, very close there. Points per points per game. Where is that at? Points per game. Oh, they're both putting up 73 points a game. Wow, very close. Steals per game, Texas is at 7.3 and Utah State's at 6.8, so very, very close. Rebound margin goes to Utah State, 10.2 for them and 2.7 for Texas Tech, so the better bigs in Utah State. More offensive rebounds by Utah State. The adjusted performance is in Utah State's favor here at 0.37, where Texas Tech is only at 0.34. Defensive efficiency goes to Utah State with 81 and Texas Tech at 85. Offensive efficiency is very close, 98 for Texas Tech and 96 for Utah State. And true shooting percentage, kind of decently close as well, 54.3% for Texas Tech and 53.8% for Utah State, so very, very close. But we're going to give it to Utah State. The adjusted performance is in Utah State's favor. They both kind of are great defensively and offensively. Field goal percentage is the same, so very, very close here. Maybe we should look at the depth a little bit. Let's see what Texas Tech has very quickly. Alrighty, Texas Tech, their guards, point guard, 10 points a game and 1 assist. Shooting guard, 13 points a game and 2 assists, so 2 good scoring guards. Then for their bigs, 7 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 9 points a game and 7 rebounds. All right, so a little lackluster on their bigs. Their guards are a little bit better for Texas Tech. Now let's go to Utah very quickly and kind of compare. This is kind of our tiebreaker because they are very, very close in the algorithm, even though I am kind of starting to lean toward Utah State just in the algorithm alone. Now let's see what they're doing here on their depth chart. Alrighty, point guard, 8 points a game and 4 assists. Shooting guard, 7 points a game and barely an assist. Now their bigs, 13 points and 8 rebounds and 16 points and 11 rebounds. So yes, sir, I'm going with the bigs. Give me the bigs. We're taking Utah State in the upset over Texas Tech. Yes, sir. Love it. Number 11 seed beating number 6. Alrighty, let's keep it up here. Arkansas and Gate. Is that Colgate College? Alrighty, Arkansas. Let's get them first since we actually know them. Arkansas and Gate. What is that? Colgate. It's got to be Colgate. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Wow. Colgate is actually real good in our algorithm. Holy cow. So Arkansas putting up 46.8 out of 100 points in our algorithm, where Colgate's putting up 63.7 out of 100 points in our algorithm. Holy moly. Alrighty. 3-point percentage. It goes to Colgate by a big old margin. Colgate is shooting 40% from 3. They got some great guards there. Yes, sir. Where Arkansas is only putting up 33.9% from 3. Fantastic there. Field goal percentage, goes to Colgate again. 49.8% shooting, and Arkansas is only at 45. Opponents' points per game, Colgate's holding you to 68 points, and Arkansas is holding you to 70 points per game. Yes, Arkansas putting up 82, but Colgate's putting up 86. Yes, sir. Rebound margin is in favor of Colgate, even though it is close. 5.3 for Colgate and 4.2 for Arkansas. Adjusted performance is in Colgate's favor, 0.47. Arkansas's only got 0.42. Defensive efficiency is close, but it goes to Arkansas, 86 for Arkansas and 87.9 for Colgate. Offensive efficiency goes by Colgate by big 110 and for Colgate and 100 for Arkansas. And then true shooting percentage, 60% for Colgate and only 55 for Arkansas. So everything is telling us to take Colgate, and we will. Colgate, absolutely fantastic here. Woof! Another upset here. We are calling a lot of upsets, folks. Our algorithm, it's either telling us craziness or, we are spot on. So we'll see. Obviously we'll know when the tournament starts to go. But, yeah, I'm kind of liking it so far. Give me the great shooting. Give me the great bigs. And so far, that's what we're judging our algorithm on. So fantastic work. Alrighty, let's move on to Florida and Virginia Tech, the 10-7 matchup. Alrighty, Florida and Virginia Tech. Ooh, very close, very close. So here we go. Florida scoring 34.4 points out of 100 in our algorithm, and Virginia Tech putting up 35.7 out of 100 points in our algorithm. So very, very close. But let's kind of break down the stats a little bit more here. 3-point shooting is both tied at 35.7, even tie there. Field goal percentage, a little bit better for Florida, 46%, where Virginia Tech is at 45%. Alrighty, now opponents' points per game. Virginia Tech's holding you to 65, where Florida's only holding you to 69. And then points per game, Florida's putting up 74, Virginia Tech's putting up 72. So very, very close when you kind of take points per game compared to opponents' points per game. Alrighty, now what else do we get here? Rebound margin is in Virginia Tech's favor, 3.4, where Florida's only at 1.1. Adjusted performance, decently close here, but it goes to Virginia Tech, 0.38, where Florida's only at 0.33. True shooting percentage, very close again. Virginia Tech at 55% and Florida's at 56%, so very, very close. We are going to have to kind of look at the teams here to kind of get a sense of what they're doing in their guards and their bigs. This is going to be the tiebreaker here, so let's go to Florida, looking at their guards and bigs. Alrighty, so here we go. They're two guards. Point guard, 13 points a game and 3 assists. Shooting guard, 8 points a game and barely 1 assist. Look at their small forward, 22 points a game and 5 rebounds. Their power forward, 5 points and 4 rebounds. And their center, 9 points and 5 rebounds. So they do have a nice power forward there. Holy cow. Alrighty, now let's go to Virginia Tech. They are in the same conference, so they may have faced each other, so we may take that as kind of the tiebreaker. Alrighty, point guard, 2 points a game and 4 assists. Shooting guard, 15 points and 5 rebounds and 1 assist. Holy cow. Power forward, or small forward, 16 points, 6 rebounds. Power forward, 10 points, 3 rebounds. And center, 18 points and 9 rebounds. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. So they got a great shooting guard. Their small forward's good. Their center's good. Alrighty, I think I like Virginia Tech a little bit better. Let's see their schedule. If they face, we'll kind of take the head-to-head result as kind of our tiebreaker. Hopefully they faced. They did not. Darn it! Darn it! Alrighty, real close here. But, I think I like Virginia Tech's roster a little bit more. Darn it. Man, oh man, this is real close. Florida's power forward is truly impressive, though. Ugh. Alrighty. We're going to call it for Virginia Tech. Our algorithm agrees, and kind of our roster depth chart agrees as well, a little bit as well. So Virginia Tech gets the win over Florida. And then for the last matchup of the South first round, Ohio State versus, I believe that's Oregon University, not Oregon, the Oregon. So here we go, Ohio State, a 2-15 matchup. Oregon. Oh, no, that's not Oregon State. Who is this? ORU. Is that Oral Roberts? It is Oral Roberts. Alrighty. Okay, so here we go. Ohio State versus Oral Roberts. Ohio State putting up 37.2 out of 100 points in our algorithm, and Oral Roberts putting up 30.6. So clear favorite of Ohio State there. 3-point shooting goes to Oral Roberts with 39% over Ohio State with 36%. Field goal percentage is in Ohio State's favor, barely 46%, where Oral Roberts is at 45.4%. Opponents' points per game, Ohio State giving up 71 and Oral Roberts giving up 75. And points per game, Ohio State putting up 77 and Oral Roberts putting up 81. Wow, okay. Alrighty. Rebound margin is heavy in Ohio State's favor, 2.9, where Oral Roberts is negative 2.8. Adjusted performance is in Ohio State's favor, heavy, 0.39, where Oral Roberts is only 0.30. Defensive efficiency is real tight. It's actually together 96.2 for both teams. And then true shooting percentage goes to Oral Roberts, 58.7 and 57.9 for Ohio State. But the one thing, the adjusted performance is definitely very high in Ohio State's favor. Holding team to less points a game, even though Oral Roberts is shooting more, and it probably a little bit worse of a conference, obviously, than Ohio State, and Ohio State has good defense to lock down that scoring. So we are going to choose Ohio State here with the win. Alrighty, so we got the first round in the South figured out. Let's start going to the second round matchup. So now we got Baylor versus UNC. Let's plug them in. And clear favorites of Baylor here. I mean, once again, Baylor's putting up great numbers out of 100 here, 64.9, where USC's only at 45 out of 100. So 3-point shooting goes to Baylor. I mean, that 3-point shooting of 41% is fantastic. Alrighty, opponents' points per game. Baylor holding you to 66, USC holding you to 65. But the points per game, Baylor's putting up 84 points a game, folks, where USC's putting up only 74. So that's 10 more points a game. The rebound margin does go to USC a tad, 6.8 rebounds for USC, where Baylor's at 4.3. Adjusted performance is in Baylor's favor just a little bit, 0.48 for Baylor and 0.42 for USC. True shooting percentage is in Baylor's favor heavy, 59.8%, where USC's at 56.2. So we are going to give it to Baylor. The 3-point shooting is better. The points per game for Baylor is better. The adjusted performance is better. So yes, Baylor over UNC. Alrighty, now we got Winthrop over Purdue. Can Winthrop double upset here? Let's see. Winthrop is in. Purdue, where are you at? Right here. Alrighty, and Winthrop's has it, 52.6 points out of 100, and Purdue's at 35.4. So here we go. The 3-point shooting is a little bit better for Winthrop, 35.3%. Purdue's at 33.5. Field goal percentage, kind of close, but Winthrop has it 46%, where Purdue's at 45. Opponents' points per game, they're both holding their opponents to 66 points. Points per game, Winthrop's putting up 79, and Purdue's only putting up 71. Rebound, oh my goodness, their rebound margin. Winthrop's at 10, Purdue's at 5.9. Adjusted performance, Winthrop's at 0.44, folks. That's fantastic, where Purdue's only at 0.36. Defensive efficiency is better for Winthrop. Offensive efficiency is better for Winthrop. True shooting percentage is better for Winthrop, 56%, and Purdue's only shooting 55%, so we're going to go with Winthrop, another upset over Purdue. They are faring very favorable in our algorithm, folks. They will rival Baylor, but probably will give it to Baylor. We'll see how they stack up. Alrighty, second round here, still going on here. Utah State versus Colgate. Let's get them plugged in. Utah State. Colgate. Alrighty, Colgate, another strong performance here. 45.3 out of 100 points for Utah State and 63.7 points out of 100 for Colgate. So clear Colgate favorite. Colgate has the better 3-point shooting, 40% over 33.6% for Utah State. Field goal percentage overall, 49% for Colgate, 44% for Utah. Opponents' points per game. Utah is holding to opponents to 62 points a game. Colgate holding you to 68. The points per game, Utah is putting up 73, but Colgate's putting up 86 points a game. Oh, my goodness. Alrighty, what else do we get? Adjusted performance. Or no, let's do rebound margin first. Utah's got great rebound margin, 10.2, where Colgate's only at 5.2. Adjusted performance, though, Colgate at 0.47 and Utah at 0.37. So clearly better by Colgate. Defensive efficiency is better for Utah, but offensive efficiency is better for Colgate. True shooting percentage, I mean, holy cow, Colgate's at 60% and Utah's at 53%. So I think we're going to give it to Colgate here. Colgate is better offensively. Yes, Utah is a little bit better defensively, but the adjusted performance is better by Colgate by a lot, and that's going to be our final kind of determining factor here. So we got Colgate beating Utah State. Damn, we got a 14th seed advancing here to the Sweet 16. Alrighty, and then we got Virginia Tech and Ohio State as our last second round matchup here. So let's put them in here. Virginia Tech versus Ohio State. Alrighty, here we go. Ohio State narrowly beating out Virginia Tech in our algorithm. 35.7 points for Virginia Tech, and Ohio State's at 37.2, so very close. Alrighty, 3-point percentage is a little bit better for Ohio State, 36% for Ohio State, 35% for Virginia Tech. Field goal percentage, once again, very close, 46% for Ohio State, 45% for Virginia Tech. Alrighty, opponents' points per game, Ohio State holding you to 71, Virginia Tech holding you to 65. Points per game, Ohio State's putting up 77, and Virginia Tech is putting up 72. Adjusted performance, very close here. Ohio State's at .39, Virginia Tech's at .38. Defensive efficiency is heavy for Virginia Tech, 90.2, 96.2 for Ohio State. The lower number is better, but the offensive rating is better for Ohio State. Higher number is better here, 104.9 for Ohio State and 99 for Virginia Tech. And then the true shooting percentage, 55.9% for Virginia Tech, 57.9% for Ohio State. So very, very close here. Let's take a little bit of a second look here. We already have Virginia Tech open, so let's refresh on what they did in their depth chart. They do have the big old power forward there, or the small forward in the center. Got great bigs, a good shooting guard, 15 points and 1 assist for the shooting guard, 16 points, 6 rebounds for the small forward, and 18 points and 9 rebounds for the center. So 2 good bigs here and a good shooting guard for Virginia Tech. Now let's go to Ohio State here, and they may have faced each other, so we can see if they face each other as maybe our tiebreaker. Man, but Ohio State's got a great guard, that 21 points a game for the point guard, 5 rebounds and 3 assists. The small forwards at 13.6 rebounds. The centers at 16.5 rebounds. So Ohio State does have a little bit of a better point guard. I think Virginia Tech does have a little bit of a better big than them, but let's see if they faced each other in the regular season. We'll kind of count that as our tiebreaker. Ugh. And they did not face each other in the regular season. Truly unfortunate. Alrighty, but we're going to give it to the guard here. We are a little bit more impressed by the guard, so we're going to give it to Ohio State. Ohio State moves on, beats Virginia Tech. Alrighty, now we're in the Sweet 16 in the South, so let's finish it off here. Baylor versus Winthrop. Can Winthrop give Baylor their run for their money? Let's see. Here we go. Winthrop versus Baylor. Baylor is at 64.9 points out of 100, and Winthrop's at 52.6 points out of 100. 3-point shooting is better for Baylor, 41% compared to 35%. Field goal percentage is better for Baylor, 49% compared to 46%. Opponents' points per game, they're both holding their opponents to 66, but that scoring output of Baylor, 84 points a game for Baylor, where Winthrop's putting up 79, which is still pretty good. Rebound margin is heavy for Winthrop, 10 rebounds, plus 10 rebounds for Winthrop and 4.3 for Baylor. Adjusted performance close, but it goes to Baylor, 0.48 for Baylor and 0.44 for Winthrop. Alrighty, what else do we get here? True shooting percentage goes to Baylor, 59.8% for Baylor, where Winthrop's putting up only 56%. So, with all that being said, we like Baylor just a little bit more. A great run by Winthrop, but we got Baylor advancing to the Elite Eight. Alrighty, and then we get Colgate versus Ohio State. Once again, Colgate giving a lot of these teams a run for their money. So let's see if they can kind of challenge Ohio State here. Oof, in the big disparity here in our algorithm here, giving 63.7 points to Colgate and 37.2 points to Ohio State. Wow. Alrighty, so here we go. 3-point shooting is better for Colgate, 40 compared to 36.5. Field goal percentage is better for Colgate, 49.8 compared to 46. Opponents' points per game, Colgate's holding you to 68. Ohio State's holding you to 71. Colgate's putting up 86 points a game, where Ohio State's putting up 77. Rebound margin is in favor of Colgate, 5.3, where Ohio State's only at 2.9. Their rebound margin a game is not great. Alrighty, adjusted performance is in favor of Colgate, 0.47, where Ohio State is at 0.39. Wow. Defensive efficiency is better for Colgate, 87.9 compared to 96.2. Offensive efficiency is better for Colgate. And then the true shooting percentage, 60.2% for Colgate and 57.9% for Ohio State. So, I mean, we're going to give it to Colgate here. A huge upset. I mean, there's just so much disparity here in our algorithm. I mean, we're talking about an almost 30-point difference here. We really haven't really seen that too much. So, we're going to call the upset. Ohio State cannot get it done, unfortunately. Alrighty, so that brings us to Baylor and Colgate in the final two here for the South. So let's get Baylor in here and see how they match up. Should be very, very close. Yeah, it's very close. 63.7 for Colgate still and 64.9 for Baylor. Three-point shooting is better for Baylor, 41% compared to 40% for Colgate. Field goal percentage shooting is both at 49%. Opponents' points per game, Baylor's holding you to 66. Colgate's holding you to 68. Points per game, Colgate's putting up 86. Baylor's putting up 84. Rebound margin, close. 5.3 for Colgate, 4.3 for Baylor. Alrighty, what else do we get? Adjusted performance, very close, 0.48 for Baylor, 0.47 for Colgate. Very close, yes, sir. All right, true shooting percentage, 60% for Colgate, 59.8% for Baylor. So very, very close. We're going to give it to Baylor because they are the 1 seed. They do kind of outbeat them, just kind of the natural algorithm. Little bit of a more secure pick just in case if Colgate doesn't get this far, we'll rock with Baylor here. Our algorithm agrees. We'll agree. Baylor beats Colgate and advances to the Final Four with Gonzaga in the Final Four as well. So here we go. This is our South. We have a couple of upsets here. We got Winthrop upsetting Villanova, 12-5. 12-5 seed upset. We got Utah State upsetting Texas Tech. We got Colgate upsetting Arkansas. We got Virginia Tech upsetting Florida. Then we got Colgate beating Utah State and getting to the Elite Eight, unfortunately losing to Baylor. And then we also have Winthrop beating Purdue to get to the Sweet 16, unfortunately losing to Baylor as well. Alrighty, so a couple of upsets here, folks. So that's it for our March Madness today, our South bracket. Tomorrow we will be doing the East. So we have officially half of our bracket completed officially. Looking real good, feeling confident, feeling good about our algorithm and our picks.